Hello, and welcome back to PsychTalk, the podcast dedicated to breaking down big psychological ideas in a super fun, easy to digest way. I am your host, Michael, and in today's episode, we're embarking on an exciting exploration in individual psychology, a profound theoretical framework developed by none other than the brilliant Alfred Adler. So, and if you're thinking, Adler, who? No worries at all. We've got your back. Joining me today are three amazing guests who really dug into Adler's awesome ideas and how they totally still click with our lives today. So please extend a super warm welcome to Charlene Balba, RJ Limit, and Bless Dumael.
Hi, I'm Charlene, and I'm super glad to be here with all of you.
Yo, what's up, listeners? I'm genuinely enthusiastic to discuss Adler's groundbreaking ideas with you all. This promises to be an insightful and fun session, so tune up.
What an energy, RJ. So hello everybody.
Yes.
I am blessed and I'm eagerly anticipating the opportunity to share our collective learning because this subject holds a special place in my heart and a personal significance for me. So yeah, I'm very excited.
Of course, welcome guys to Psych Talk. So to begin our discussion, understanding the architect of this theory is very paramount. To really get his genius, we gotta meet the man himself, right? I believe Charlene, you conducted a pretty deep dive into Adler's biographical background, if I recall. Could you provide a quick and fun intro for our audience?
Certainly. So Alfred Adler was an Austrian physician and a psychiatrist. So a cool little tidbit about him is that he initially pursued ophthalmology, which is the study of eye conditions, before he transitioned over to general medicine and then subsequently specialized in psychiatry. So he completed his medical degree at the University of Vienna back in 1895. Super old. However, the most formative influences on his theoretical development stemmed from his own childhood experiences.
Hmm.
He endured frequent illnesses during his youth and navigated considerable challenges, especially related to his sibling rivalry. So these early personal struggles profoundly motivated his quest to comprehend the universal human experience of feeling inferior or inadequate, and as well as the inherent drive to overcome such perceptions.
Wow. So his theoretical construct were directly informed by his life experiences, huh? That's a powerful
Mhm.
foundation.
Precisely. This emphasis on lived context is a cornerstone of Adlerian thought, which is the understanding that all human phenomena are rooted in their specific circumstances.
Okay. So it's wild how those early experiences, even though tough stuff, can totally shape who we become and what drive us, isn't it? So this
Yeah.
deep personal context undeniably propelled him to articulate a distinct perspective on human behavior. So now, RJ, could you elaborate on the essence of Adler's theory for our listeners?
Yeah, yeah, exactly, brother Mike. At its core, Adler's individual psychology is, it is all about how each person is totally one of a kind, but also super connected to everyone else around us. It's like transcending a mere inquiry into past determinants, like what happened to you, to encompass an exploration of an individual's aspirational objectives, often pursued without conscious awareness. It's not just what happened to you back then, but more about those secret goals you're chasing, and sometimes those goals are you're chasing without even realizing them. And Adler maintained that individuals are perpetually engaged in efforts to transcend of the feelings of inferiority.
Wow,
Like
that's nice.
we all deep down just want to feel like we matter, right? Often
Mhm.
implicit, and yeah, consequently, we each cultivate a distinctive style of life, essentially our personalized strategy for navigating life's challenges and making progress toward our desired outcomes. And kind of like it's like our personal game plan. Yeah.
Wow. I find that concept very compelling. It shifts the focus from retrospective, why am I this way, to a prospective, what am I striving to achieve, diba? It's all about our goals.
Yeah, precisely, brother Mike. And he coined the term, you know what? He coined the term fictional finalisms for these long-term objectives. These are fictional finalisms by definition. These are the imagined ultimate goals that serve as guiding principles, even if their attainment isn't entirely realistic. Such goals might involve being perceived as robust, flawless, or perfect, or highly successful, like anything that imbues our existence with a deep meaning.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's less about being stuck in the past and more about where we're headed,
Yeah,
even if we don't always know it. That's a super cool, empowering way to look at things, you know? These
exactly.
foundational ideas are indeed captivating. Now let's systematically examine of the pivotal terms and concepts central to Adler's comprehensive framework. I believe, Charlene, could you delineate Adler's core tenets for us?
Yeah, certainly. So there are four primary tenets, and each are intricately interwoven. So the first tenet is striving for superiority. So this isn't about being like a total show off or being better than everyone else, despite what its name may like imply. So instead, it signifies a healthy intrinsic drive toward personal growth, self improvement, and the successful navigation of life's inherent obstacles. So it's fundamentally about becoming your best self and living your best truth. The second tenet is inferiority feelings and compensation.
Hmm, that's
So we all
nice.
start feeling a little like less than sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So think about being like a tiny human baby. We endeavor to counterbalance these feelings, and sometimes through adaptive and constructive means, and at other times it's like we do it less effectively. So the third tenet is lifestyle. So lifestyle encapsulates our individual strategic approach to life. So this is how we interpret the world around us and like formulate our responses. So it constitutes our unique psychological blueprint, kind of like a personal playbook.
Mm-hmm.
The final tenet is social interest or Gemeinschaftsgefühl. This one is huge for Adler, like absolutely the main event. He asserted that authentic psychological well-being is contingent upon our capacity to feel connected to others and to genuinely contribute to the collective welfare of the community.
I mean, Zimin what? I confess, Charlene, I still find that term a linguistic challenge, you know. What is that language, by the way?
Oh, it's a German word, and it's the word is Gemeinschaftsgefühl. It's a German term signifying community feeling. So your community, hey. So
Yeah,
Adler's contention was quite direct. If your focus remains exclusively self-centered, you will inevitably encounter significant difficulties. No man is an island after all. So a
yeah,
profound sense of belonging holds greater significance than we often acknowledge.
It's pretty mind-blowing how one German word can pack such a huge punch, about what makes us truly thrive. It really
yeah,
screams, we're all in this together. So yeah, Diva, it's all about social interest. This concept of social interest or Gemeinschaftsgefühl truly brings us to the crux of why Adler's theoretical contribution continued to resonate so powerfully in the contemporary era. So bless, I understand that this particular aspect deeply resonated with you. The enduring relevance of Adler's idea in our modern world. Could you elaborate on that, Blast?
Yes, certainly I can. So, what genuinely captivated me was Adler's unwavering focus on relationships, like encompassing love, empathy, and profound understanding. So, as an aspiring mental health professional, this perspective feels profoundly congruent with the genuine needs of our individuals today. So, we are currently observing unprecedented levels of loneliness, pervasive disconnection, and even considerable anxiety stemming from feelings of inadequacy or just not being enough. So
Wow.
Adler's theory serves as a potent reminder that human thriving is predicated on connection and not isolation. So furthermore, our performative experiences, particularly our family dynamics, they exert a significant influence on how we engage with the broader world. Yeah.
Wow, talking about love, empathy. So indeed, it
Yeah.
reinforces the notion that childhood is not merely a transient phase, but rather the foundational template for subsequent development, right?
Yeah, precisely. That's very true. But also at the same time, it also carries a powerful message of hope, which I deeply appreciate. So Adler firmly believed that in our innate capacity for growth, transformation, and the creation of new meaning, irrespective of our initial circumstances, it is truly empowering. Yeah,
Well,
very
Oh,
empowering.
that's very insightful, Bless. I mean, this
yeah,
perspective beautifully integrates an acknowledgement of past influences with a strong emphasis on our capacity for future agency. That inherent sense of hope is, undeniably vital. These
That's true.
ideas clearly exert a considerable impact on a more personal note. I am genuinely curious to ascertain from each of you what is one specific aspect of Adler's theory that has personally resonated most deeply. Let's begin with Charlene.
Yeah, so for me, putting me on the spot.
Yes,
So it's
sorry.
the it's the fundamental insight that human behaviors are never arbitrary. Instead, they are invariably goal directed. Even actions that may appear irrational on the surface can be logically understood by examining the underlying objectives we are striving to attain. It's kind of like uncovering a hidden agenda or finding the secret mission.
That's fun. That's fun. So let's
Yeah.
go to RJ. What's your personal takeaway, bro?
Okay, brother Mike, I'm gonna open my serious mode in.
Wow.
Yeah. So listen up, listen up, guys. So
Okay.
my key takeaway is very simple, you know. My key takeaway is the realization that inferiority isn't like a personal flaw. Walang masama sa pagiging inferior minsan dahil doon naman talaga nagsisimula ang lahat bago gumaling, di ba? And it
Tama.
is a universal human experience. It's part of the game. It's part of life na magsimula tayo sa mababa. What
Mm-hmm.
truly matters is our himas balbas. What truly matters is our response to those feelings. Through resilience and a clear sense of purpose. Kailangan alam natin ang gagawin natin kapag nasa ibaba tayo. Kasi pag di natin alam, di tayo angat, di ba? Everyone feels it at some point. So that's my, yeah.
Personal. Wow. That's a very wonderful personal
Yeah, thank you
takeaway,
so much.
bro. Diba? So let's go with my favorite sis, Bless. Come on.
Let's go. Okay, so my learning takeaway, without a doubt, my most significant insight in this whole Adler thing is social interest. So the conviction that genuine success is achieved when one actively contributes to the success of others. That principle fundamentally altered my perception of life's ultimate purpose, and that literally flipped my whole idea of what purpose means. Because, like, we live on this earth like ano lang, like we live, like we strive for us, for our future, without actually thinking that am I actually doing this for
Yeah.
others too, right. So yeah, it's definitely my favorite insight of the whole thing about Adler.
Wow. That was very wonderful, B. So for me, actually, my personal takeaway to this topic is about, for me, it's the emphasis on the holistic individual. How every facet of our being is interconnected. It's very important that we feel connected to each other. So from our historical experiences and also to our future aspiration, getting the point of, fictional finalism. It's more of like you imagining yourself that you will be successful someday, you know? And our interactions within the world. It compels me to consider the broader spectrum of well-being. So rather than merely isolated challenges, it's a comprehensive viewpoint that I find particularly valuable. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for that very insightful talk with you. I mean, this has been a fun night, and it is evident that Adler's brilliant insights offer not just theoretical comprehension, but actionable wisdom for navigating our personal journeys and fostering meaningful connections with others. What an enriching discussion, everyone. It is truly inspiring to witness how these concepts formulated a century ago continue to truly inspiring to witness how this concept, sorry, so formulated a century ago, continue to provide such profound understanding of our contemporary existence, rather. So Adler's famously advised, follow your heart, but take your brain with you. So his theory masterfully synthesizes emotion, community, and rational thought in a remarkably elegant manner. So before we conclude, are there any final remark or concluding thought you wish to share, guys?
Yep.
Yeah. So one final reminder, it is perfectly acceptable not to possess all the answers right away. So your style of life is an ongoing creation and a continuous journey of self-discovery. It's
Mm-hmm.
like your personal masterpiece in progress.
Do you
Yeah.
hear that, guys? Diba?
Yeah,
Diba?
yes,
Yun
it's
nga,
good.
diba? We shouldn't, wag natin pilitin na dapat alam natin lahat ng sagot. So,
Yeah,
Brother
Yes.
super.
RJ,
True, true,
what's your
true.
final thoughts?
Okay, again, the serious mode on.
Okay.
Okay. Sa akin mga kababayan, sa akin brother Mike, no. Importante
Okay.
sa akin is yung idadagdag ko na personal goals are not are they are dynamic. Personal goals are dynamic. They can evolve. Naalala ko yung quote doon sa pinapanood kong Vikings sa Netflix. Those things that true today might be untrue tomorrow. Totoo naman eh. May mga bagay na totoo ngayon na kinabukasan baka di na totoo, di ba? So, it can evolve yung goals natin. Magbabase yun sa mga nangyari sa paligid natin, naririnig natin, nalalasahan natin, na-experience natin, di ba, nakikilala natin. And growth is not a linear progression. Hindi yan laging umangat. Minsan para matuto tayo, kailangan nating magkamali. Kasi di
Mm.
naman madaling matuto sa madaling pamumuhay, di ba? Minsan kailangan
Yeah.
nating masaktan. That's life. That's part of the
Wow.
game. Pain, right? Again, serious mode on. And, it's more like a cool, winning adventure!
Wow, winding adventure, cool winding adventure. That was very, bro, that was very you coming from the guru, RJ. So, okay,
Yeah.
now let's go to my, to B. What's your final thoughts, B?
Okay, so my final thought is that kindness isn't hard. Like being kind isn't hard at all. So we must cultivate it every single day. And we must maintain genuine connections and never underestimate the power of belonging or the power of community because it is truly fundamental. And seriously, I love my community, so it's everything to me. Yeah. Thank you, Cal.
Wow.
I
Wow,
had
that was very nice,
huge
B.
fun.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you very much, guys. So that concludes today's episode of Psych Talk.